Hello, Santa Clarita and Redlands. Are you there?
Santa Clarita is here.
Yeah. Yes, Rose?
Yes.
Redlands is here.
Okay, hello, welcome everybody to our September board meeting. Oh, are we not? Kidding. Still welcome. Okay, hello and welcome to September's board meeting. I'd like to call to order this meeting it is 4:11 or 12. Okay. So roll call. Sorry, guys, let me just. It's organized. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. So Talia, please say if you are here or not.
Present.
Josh? Dory? I'm here. Sarah?
Here.
Dina? Here. Amber? Here. Angela is not here tonight. She is actually attending our Gorman Learning Charter Network volleyball game in Mojave. So good luck with that team. Leanna? Lee here. Okay. Olivia? Here. Truth?
Present.
Craig?
Present.
Awesome. We could all please stand for the pledge. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all so much. So moving to item 5, oath of office. We would like to welcome our 2 new board members that are here this evening, Leanna McKnight and Amber. So, help me. So I can. Solorzano. Sorry, I want to make sure I pronounce that correctly. And we would like to swear you in. If we could start with Amber, that would be great. We'll swear you in. If you could please stand and raise your right hand over your heart. Do you solemnly swear to faithfully exercise the duties of a member of the Gorman Learning Charter Network Board of Directors in a way that represents all stakeholders without prejudice and in accordance with the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California?
I do.
Thank you very much. Welcome. Leanna, you please stand, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to faithfully exercise the duties of a member of the Gorman Learning Charter Network Board of Directors in a way that represents all stakeholders without prejudice and in accordance with the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California?
I do.
Yay, welcome. Thank you very much. Congratulations to our new board members. The next item is approval of the agenda. If I could get a motion of approval.
I motion to approve. Second.
Thank you. I'm gonna just, roll call, take roll. So, Talia,
Aye.
Josh, Dory,
Aye.
Sarah,
Aye.
Dina,
Aye.
Amber, Lee. Thank you very much. Motion approved. If I could get a motion to approve the minutes of August 17th.
Sorry.
A motion to approve.
Just a quick note about those minutes. There is a mistake in the minutes that I wanted to note before we move to approve. Maybe we can move to approve with changes if I have a chance to note these changes. On item, it was item 11B, it was a review, discussion and approval of new board member appointments. There were the three new board members were brought for recommendation for approval, and that they were actually voted to be approved. That was moved by Talia and seconded by me, and the vote on each was unanimous. So I would recommend that we vote to approve the minutes with those changes as noted.
I vote we motion to approve with changes noted.
And I'll second that.
Okay, Talia,
Aye.
Josh.
Aye.
Dory,
Aye.
Sarah,
Aye.
Dina,
Abstain.
Amber, Leanna.
Abstain.
Okay, so approved. Item 8 is communication from the public. Do we have any communication from the public?
Yes, one in Rutland's.
Okay, please state your name and you have 3 minutes.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Jasmine
Please, please.
Hancock.
Hello, Jasmine. Please give us 1 moment.
Okay.
Okay, Jasmine, you may begin.
Okay, this is my daughter's 3rd year attending Gorman. She's in 11th grade, and my son's 1st year attending Gorman. He's in 7th. We chose Gorman because it offered a somewhat setting, but also the option of attending the resource center so that they can receive instruction from teachers and also get some of the social interaction that I feel they need. And I want to just mention, I really appreciate the effort of the staff that they put into the students, and I'd like to commend these efforts. I did want to just address a few minor things I'd like to see some improvements on. The school's website doesn't seem to get updated very often. It seems lacking. Something as simple as if you go to field trips link, it still says no field trips are scheduled at this time due to COVID-19. And obviously there were field trips last year. The drop-down menu under About Us, where it has the link for parents and guardians, still indicates the 22-23 school year. Even the board meeting agenda was not posted online for today's meeting. Thankfully, I received it through Mrs. Lavender. I would imagine, since this is the hub of all communication, it would be nice to see some time spent keeping these items updated so that parents can stay informed. Second, I love the use of Parent Square. It's a great form of communication. It's what I'm used to from my previous schools. Although I don't think the teachers use this except for maybe one here. Her name is Mrs. Ortiz. If I need to send a communication to the Resource Center teachers, I'm confused if I'm supposed to email them. which I don't know how to find an email address for them because there's no staff listings on the website. So I'm unsure if they're going to get the Parent Square message I might send, and I have to call in to try to get a message to them. Even Parent Square can be utilized for absence notifications and responses. I'd like to see this implemented by the time, because we don't really get notified when they don't attend, but we're supposed to excuse their absences. It's hard to keep track of this item. Third, as a parent, haven't heard anything about field trips scheduled this year. It'd be great if we could get some kind of communication sent out as to what to expect and where we can send suggestions to. Lastly, my main concern is the staffing at the resource center. I know that the teacher retired last year and there was a teacher that moved out a month into this school year. While I know keeping gaps in staffing so that students don't miss a beat in their education can be difficult for any institution, I realize for Gorman, it may even be more of a challenge with the many hats that a single teacher might wear. I hope that your full resources are being put into finding quality teachers that can make an impact in the instruction that our kids receive from him. They don't get a lot of face time with these teachers, but what they do get needs to be impactful so that they're filling in the gaps that we as parents are not able to fill. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Jasmine, for your input. We really appreciate that. Jasmine, if you could please, we appreciated you speaking today. If you could please fill out the form. There should be one available to you there. And if not, Miss Lavender.
She's already filled it out. She's already filled it out.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I appreciate that. Is there any other comments from the public? Okay, are there any comments from board members concerning items that are not on the agenda? Okay, moving on to the consent agenda. Item A, Human Resources HR Action Report. Do we have somebody presenting that, or am I just motion?
Madam President, normally you would just ask for a motion to approve the entire consent agenda.
Okay, so I would like a motion to approve the consent agenda, please.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. I'll second.
I vote aye. Talia?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Dory? Aye. Sarah?
Aye.
Dina?
Aye.
Amber? Lee? Okay, motion to approve. Item 11, report and communication to the Board of Directors from our Executive Director, Olivia Duran.
Thank you. So just a little bit about, we did our orientations at the Resource Center. So those families that were attending the Resource Centers came and they received the student handbooks. They updated all their emergency contacts. I believe AV, I wasn't able to make it up here, but we did have some staff members make it and they really enjoyed the atmosphere, all the different resources and having some of the department heads here at that time. So it's something that I would look forward to for the other resource centers to do it for next year. So one day at Redlands, one day AV, one day Santa Clarita, because I think parents and staff enjoyed having that time to ask questions for SPED or for homeless foster or Title I questions. So, and then I just wanted to share, I didn't get the things into the packet, but just some success stories from our students. There was a prior GLC student who was with us 5 years ago. Really loved doing film, short films. His name is Tim. I don't know, can I say the name? can say the name. The teacher gave us permission. So he was with us. He has a great film fest. He was making films, short films, right? And he's been in all these film festivals and he's actually qualified and considered for an Oscar nomination. So I will send the actual film to you guys as board members. I didn't get a chance to get it into the packet, but that way you guys can, I wanted to celebrate him. The family is actually still with us. They have a younger brother and a sister that still attends, or one graduated and one still attends. So that's some. And then we have our CTE program, Miss Shelby Bueno, who was at the AV Fair last month. We had 3 students in our FFA group. So I just want to share, they did allow me to share this. They sent and said I can share this. So we had Anthony Joseph Freeman, AJ. He won many awards. There's probably about 9 awards here for his lamb, for his beef and the goat. And they all actually they won awards, and because they won awards, they were able to be auctioned. So it's sort of like the top thing for an FFA is to be able to have your animals auctioned. So we congratulate Anthony, AJ for that. And I'll send pictures and things. A second student was, I believe, there's lots of pictures. Violet Howard. She says, my name is Violet Howard. I'm 14 years old and I'm part of the Roseman Grander. I've competed in rodeo my whole life and I picked up another new hobby 4 years ago, showing livestock. I've shown pigs and lambs for 4 years, and this year my lamb Lady and I placed first in our weight class, 5th overall out of 2 Granger clubs, and took 3rd in showman this year. My hog Rocket and I placed 4th in our market class and 6th in our showman with a tough group of showmen. She says, I'm excited. So she showed some pictures, so I'll share those out as well. And then the last one is Brooke Gildron. She says, I'm showing with Roseman Granger with her little brother. She has pictures here. These are the only pictures she had, but she has a pig and a lamb. And then a couple other animals that she had, but they were both, she has pictures of those. So we had some awards, but they had fun at the fair. Shelby, our CTE ag coordinator, has 3 classes on the VRC. And she's really beefed up that program and is doing, a great job with those students, allowing them to participate in things outside of school. So we congratulate them. And that's all I have.
Thank you so much. And congratulations to our filmographer and to Anthony, Violet, and Brooke. How wonderful. The next thing we're going to talk about is, we're actually going to talk to Truth. Truth, what do you have for us today?
Thank you, Madam President. Most of my report will be incorporated on the items that follow, but what I just wanted to let the board know, 2 things that will be happening. One, we are having a Costas audit in about 2 weeks' time. And then we'll be attending the conference in Las Vegas, in Nevada, right? If I say Las Vegas, people will think, oh, right. The MIP conference that we once spoke about, and that's happening immediately after our STAIRS audit. But the bulk of my report will come later on as I present the unaudited actuals.
Did you make a decision on how many people you were taking?
Yes, I did listen to what the board said, and I took 1% less. So it's just 3 people.
Okay, thank you so much, Truth. Appreciate that. The next item is information discussion action agenda. So we are going to review the discussion and approval of MOU with Santa Clarita Community College, and that's going to be presented by our executive director. No?
No, I am. I'm going to
Oh.
present it, but I can sit here. Or do you want me to stand?
Oh, it's up to you.
So I brought the MOU last time for public review. I did, in this one, is added the addendum, which took Dr. Saunders' name off because his name was still on there as a contact, but the addendum has my name on there. So everything is the same. We had a meeting with families and students. There's about 30 families that showed up that were interested in the dual enrollment with College of the Canyon. So this is just the final step to actually get the board approved and then I sign off on it and we're good to go. So are there any questions about the MOU with College of the Canyon and the dual enrollment agreement we have with them?
Do you want to just briefly go over that for our new board members?
Okay, so this is College of the Canyon is a community college and they're partnering with us to where we can have a cohort of, we're going to start out with 2 classes where our high schoolers can take college classes with Gorman kids. And it's all done online, so it would be all of Gorman, not just kids at Santa Clarita. And the idea would be that those cohort would move from 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then they would actually be very close to having their AA by the time they graduated with Gorman. So.
Are there any questions?
I just
There's-
have a comment. I'm excited about this. Really fast. My doctorate was actually in dual enrollment programs and they are much more successful than AP programs. And students earn the credit for sure, not just if they pass the test at the end. So it's a really great program. So thank you.
Yeah, we actually have 2. So this is one, and then we also have an agreement with Barstow College. So we're working. But this one needs approval, so.
Any comments, questions, concerns from any board members? Okay, then I'd ask for a motion to approve.
I'll move to approve.
Okay, I'm Andrea and I vote aye. Talia? Aye. Josh?
Aye.
Dory?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
Dina?
Aye.
Amber? Lee? Aye. Thank you. Motion. Next is the review, discussion, and approval of education of homeless children policy number 5008.1, and that is also going to be presented by Olivia.
Thank you. So the homeless policy is something we already have in place. It needs to be revised and approved every, I believe it's 3 years. So before Tamara Campbell left the organization, she added what needed to be done. I've asked it to be reviewed by Kathleen Kramer, our homeless foster liaison. So some of it is just laws that have come down, minimal changes, but you have both in there if you were able to review it. If not, you can, if you have questions. If not, I'd ask for approval of the policy.
Does anybody have comments or questions? Then I'd ask for a motion to approve.
A motion?
Okay, I'm Andrea and I vote aye. Talia?
Aye.
Josh? Dory?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
Dina?
Aye.
Amber? Lee? Next is the review, discussion, and approval of ASB fundraiser events for 2023-2024 school year, and that will be presented by Truth for both Redlands Resource Center and Antelope Valley Resource Center.
Thank you. So California Ed Code allows the governing board to authorize any student body fundraising activities. And so pretty much what we are presenting to the board and requesting for the board to approve are the fundraising activities for Redlands Resource Center and for Antelope Valley Resource Center. We do not have, if you scroll down, Terry, to the events themselves. Yeah, keep going. Right. So these are some of, yeah, you can stop there. So for Redlands Resource Center, these are some of the fundraising events that they want to undertake. We do not have specific dates because at times some of the dates might be moved around. But the idea is for the board to know what it is that they want to do and request that the board approve those events. And then scroll down so that we can go to AVRC. And then for AVRC, so this is for the 23-24 school calendar year. And for AVRC, they have actually put in some of the dates when they want to have those events. So scroll down a little bit so that they can, yeah, so that the board can actually look at them. And then you can scroll up again so that they can see. And then go to Redlands too. So it is my recommendation that the board approves the fundraising activities for the two resource centers, Redlands Resource Center and AVRC.
Does anybody have any questions about these fundraisers?
Can I ask what cafe night is?
Teacher.
Cafe night, I think is Redlands.
Oh, that's
So
really.
she did- yeah.
I think
She
that's
didn't
AB.
share with me, but I imagine like a coffee night or a night where they get together and play games and, you know,
Oh, that sounds fun.
tea, hot chocolate,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So I have a question about the fundraisers. So most of the fundraisers I imagine take place after school hours. Now we're all Gorman Learning Charter Network. So can AV students attend Redlands fundraisers and vice versa?
I don't see why there wouldn't be a problem with that. We invite all, not even the students that attend the resource center, like we make sure that it's everyone is included and everyone is invited. So if they wanted to attend, I don't see a reason why they couldn't.
Okay. Okay, any questions or concerns? Then I'd ask for a motion to approve.
I move to approve.
I'll second that.
Okay, I'm Andrea. I say yes. Talia,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Dory,
Aye.
Sarah,
Aye.
Dina,
Aye.
Amber,
Aye.
Lee. Aye. Perfect. So- The next item is review, discussion, and approval of removal of a signer. And that's presented by Truth.
Thank you. So it is common policy that any addition to any bank account or removal has to be board approved. So we have an employee that is no longer with Gorman, and this employee was basically a signer on one of the accounts, mainly for our ASB here at AVRC. So this is basically a recommendation to the board that the board approve the removal of this employee from that bank account as a signer. And that's Mark Rodriguez.
Does anybody have any questions? I get a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
I second.
I'm Andrea. I say aye. Talia,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Dory,
Aye.
Sarah,
Aye.
Dina,
Aye.
Amber,
Aye.
Lee. Perfect. Oops. Review and discussion approval of additional signer on the ASB banking account for Antelope Valley Resource Center. Truth?
Thank you. Similarly, with the removal, we need to add someone else. And so we're bringing to the board a request to add the new supervisor to be added onto the account as a signer for the same ASB account. And I I should have mentioned earlier on that there is a board resolution that goes with that, which at times is requested by the board, by the bank, when we are adding or removing someone. And that's the board resolution that you are looking at. But what we are requesting from the board is approval to add Jem Ross as a signer to the ASB account for AVRC.
Does anybody have any questions? If I could get a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
I'll second.
I'm Andrea. I vote aye. Talia?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Dory?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
Dina?
Aye.
Amber?
Aye.
Lee? Next is the review, discussion, and approval of removal of authorizer and signer on all banking accounts for Gorman Learning Charter Network. And that will be presented by Truth.
Thank you. This is Common Learning Charter Network has several accounts, and on the board resolution, those accounts have been listed. And our outgoing executive director, Denise Rochette, has been an authorizer and a signer on all common accounts. And so since her days are coming to an end, we are bringing to the board requesting the removal of her from all common accounts effective October 1st. And so I don't know if you want me to kind of go through those accounts, or maybe you can scroll down. One of them is the one ending in 1930. Oh, we have 11 of them. Yeah. So basically, this one, that's why we noted it as an authorizer and a signer, because for Gorman, there are two key executive people who have authority to transact business for all bank accounts, and that's the executive director and myself. And so now that she's leaving, we have to remove her from all the accounts. And we wanted to do that when she's still also here, so that if there's anything that is needed from the bank, it becomes a smooth transition. So we have 11 of those accounts, and we have 11 board resolutions to do that. And so I'm recommending to the board that we do, that the board approves the removal of Denise from all the accounts held by Gorman.
Do we have to go one by one through those accounts, Craig?
You can approve. Sorry, you can approve them as a single motion.
Are there any questions about these accounts? If I could get a motion to approve the removal of Denise off of all 11 accounts.
I'll move.
I'll second.
I'm Andrea and I vote aye. Talia?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Dory? Aye. Okay. Sarah?
Aye.
Dina?
Aye.
Amber?
Aye.
Lee? Next is the review, discussion, and approval of an additional authorizer and signer on all banking accounts for Olivia Duran, and that's presented by Truth.
Thank you. Same thing, only that now we are adding Olivia Duran to all the accounts as an authorizer. She was added to, I think, 2 accounts previously as a signer, but now we're bringing it to the board so that she can also be a authorizer and signer to authorize certain transactions and also to be a signer on all the accounts. So I'm recommending to the board that the board approves the addition of Olivia Duran.
So is that 11 or 9 then accounts?
11.
Any questions? If I could get a motion to approve Olivia Duran to be added to all 11 accounts. Can I get a second? I'm Andrea. I vote aye. Talia,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Dory,
Aye.
Sarah,
Aye.
Dina,
Aye.
Amber,
Aye.
Lee. So approved. Okay, next is the review, discussion, and approval of the unaudited actuals, and that is presented by Truth for Gorman Learning Center and Gorman Learning Center, San Bernardino, Santa Clarita.
Thank you. Let me just pass this around. So the unaudited actuals that I'm presenting to the board today are one of the 4 financial statements required by the state to be provided to the public annually. And the other 3 are the July 1st budget, which is our adopted budget, first interim and second interim. And so starting 2022-23, the format has kind of like changed. They want us to use what's called the software to input all the information. You'll notice that previously it was kind of like a different format. So to kind of like explain maybe to those that might not be aware. So just like the word suggests, unaudited actuals. So throughout the year, we've transacted business, right? And we then close the books. And so now what we're basically saying, we are saying we've closed our books as of September 15, which is required by the state. And this is where we are as a school. And so in October, November, the auditors come in and then audit these unaudited actuals. That's why they're called unaudited actuals. But then when the auditors audit, then they become our audited financial statements. So these are numbers that we are basically saying as a school, this is where we are ending the year for fiscal year 22-23. And so I kind of gave you guys a little table to help follow my presentation. So when we presented the adopted budget for fiscal year 23-24, there was a column in there that said estimated actuals, which is what I have on the narrative that I just sent you. So that estimated actuals, we were basically saying that this was before year end, and I think this was beginning of the year when we did the budget for 23-24, and we were saying, based on how we are spending and also based on the revenues coming in, this is where we think we are going to end the year. That's that column that says estimated actuals. Then our unaudited actuals, which is now these numbers that you are looking at on the screen. This is where we are as of September 15, having closed the fiscal year 22-23. And then the third column is the difference between our estimated actuals fiscal 22-23 and unaudited actuals fiscal year 22-23. So for our for our estimated actuals, our beginning balance was basically 8.9 for GLC. And then unaudited actuals that didn't change because that was our beginning fund balance. But then for our revenues, we came in 300,000 more. I'm looking at if I lose you, please stop me so that I explain. I want you guys to be able to follow what I'm explaining. So I'm looking at the first table that says revenues, which I'm basically summing all that in this little table here. So the revenues that we received or accounted for as we closed the year were $16,741,110, which Terry, I don't know if you are able to highlight right there, up to the right, 16. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to stand up. Right. So, yeah, right there. So those are and we are putting down into unrestricted and restricted funds. Those are the revenue. So if you compare those revenues to what they actually say with the end of the year, we actually came in 300,000, 370,000, right? That's for the revenue. And then for the expense, oh, they can. Maybe. Testing. Okay, Raylands, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you.
Sorry. So you didn't hear anything that I said earlier on?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. Go back a little bit. Okay, so I was just explaining the revenues, right? The revenues of 16,741,000 that we are accounting for at year end compared to the estimated actuals that were projected to end the year with. And the difference was $317,347. And so we came in higher than what we had projected when we did our budget for 23-24. Then for the expenses, we estimated to spend, scroll down, Terry. Are they also looking at the same thing over there? Oh, okay. Right. Keep going. Right there. Okay. Go down a little bit. Oh, up. That's the number that I want. This one. So maybe bring it down. Right. So yeah, that one, you can highlight that. So for our estimated actuals, we had estimated to end the year having spent 16,245,021. But then we spent 16,045,391, $199,000 less, right? And that basically, scroll down, gave us a net increase of $695,718 to our fund balance. So basically changing our fund balance from what we had initially began with, 8,988,000 to 9,683,000, right? And maybe also to put a caveat, these, like I want to emphasize that these are unaudited numbers, right? So when the auditors come in, it's possible that they maybe might pick on something that we might miss and adjust that number. And then so that ending number might actually go up or go down based on what the auditors see or find. But usually we hope that they don't have any major adjustments, minimal adjustments. And so the rest is kind of like broken down into unrestricted and restricted funds. And so I think from a standpoint of view of what we had projected and estimated and what we actually ended the year with, I think we did okay. We stayed within what we had budgeted and what we had hoped for. So this is I just gave you a recap, but that's the format that the state wants us to present that in. And so that's what you are seeing here, but on there, that's just a recap of that. And then if we go to GLC SBSC, is it the next one? Scroll down to GLC SBSC. Okay, right. So same thing. Now I'm at the second table, right? So our beginning fund balance from estimated actuals to unaudited actuals, that doesn't change. That still remains the same. But then the revenues, let's go to the revenue, right? The revenues, we had estimated $17,628,632. But then we came in, or we accounted for $18,639,000 at year end, which is about $1 million more in revenues. And then also for expenses, you can go down. Right there. So for expenses, we had projected to spend $17,877,070. But then at year end, when we close the books, we are at $18,032,000, which basically we spent more by $155,437 for GLC SPSC. And then our net increase, no, you're fine, stay there. Our net increase is the 607,326. And same thing, like when we're comparing where we're hoping to end the year and in actuality where we ended the year, I think we did good in terms of controlling all the expenses and the revenues per what we had budgeted for and how we spent. And so these are basically numbers that cannot be altered, right? But need basically board approval and be submitted to our authorizers, to the county, to ultimately to the state, and then they'll be audited. I can take any questions that the board might have.
Good news. Hard to, what do I ask?
Yes, I really like whatever projections were used to go from the actuals to the unaudited actuals. That was excellent work.
Thank you. Thank you. It was teamwork. One of them is here, Claudia. Wave your hand, not Jenna. Right. Claudia, our accounting manager, and the team were really, they worked long hours to make this possible. So I just don't take the credit. I just want to also recognize them in your presence.
Thank you all so much, Claudia back there. Thank you. Thank you, Truth. Is there any questions, concerns? If I could get a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
I'll second. I'm Andrea. I vote aye. Talia?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Dory? Aye. Sarah?
Aye.
Dina?
Abstain.
Amber?
Abstain.
Lee?
Abstain.
Okay. Next is the review, discussion, and approval of a finance committee. Okay, guys, we've been in discussion about a finance committee, working with Truth to kind of understand the finances better, the lingo, what we need to do, budget, salaries, that kind of stuff. Josh is our treasurer. Would you like to speak about the financial committee or?
Sure, it's, I know Truth, you mentioned having a little bit more of a discussion about what that would look like. I would be curious, what would be, how could a finance committee support even our fiscal team? And kind of what would you expect even in times throughout the year, the kind of pace of how often we might need to meet? So sorry to put you on the spot, but I thought maybe I'd turn it over to you, so see what your thoughts were.
No, that's fine. Well, I think in terms of how often we meet, it can even maybe be once a month, but as a finance committee, we can all agree in terms of, okay, how often we can meet. And also, the beauty of the finance committee is that there are certain things that we might kind of like delve into a little deeper that we could not really talk about, in this forum, but questions might be asked. And by the time it comes to the board, it makes it easy for even other board members to understand where it's coming from, because it's already kind of been vetted by the finance committee. And then also basically, like I think Andrea put it well in terms of, understanding the finances of the school. Because what I realize is every time we have maybe new board members and all that, right? It's always good to bring everyone up to speed in terms of, okay, how is charter school finance? How does it work, right? And how does it affect our funding and how we spend the monies? But the finance committee is more also like an oversight of even the fiscal kind of like department, helping us explaining certain things that, like I said, I might have to go into detail, and some of the decisions that might have to be taken, I can throw them to the finance committee. We talk about them at the finance committee, and then by the time they come to the board, they are pretty much polished.
That's good. Yeah, I think to follow that up, I'd love for the finance committee to be able to come back at budget approval time and say, we've gone through all this with the fiscal team. So on behalf of the finance committee, we can recommend to the rest of the board to go ahead and approve it. So we don't have just these questions of, well, how much information do we need to get into in the meeting where we're approving the budget or whatnot. So that's one of my thoughts. Yeah, some special projects I had in mind as well through the year. So I believe in terms of who would serve on the committee, I believe the treasurer is kind of incumbent is on the committee, right? It's already implicit, and that's the word. I think we were meeting with one of our new board members, Angie. She expressed an interest in serving on the finance committee as well. Does anybody else have a specific interest towards that?
I would be interested in being on the finance committee.
Okay. No, I think 3 is good though. I think that's good.
So I guess we need a motion to approve the finance committee and then a motion to approve that Josh and Talia be on that finance committee with a nomination for Angie. Does that sound appropriate, Craig?
So the finance committee exists under the terms of the bylaws of the organization. So I don't think you need to approve the committee, but the committee members, because it has been inactive for so long.
Okay, so if we could get a motion to approve Josh and Talia for the finance committee.
I think Angie as well. I think we would just go ahead and nominate her to that committee since she's expressed an interest. Would that be appropriate?
Yes, she could always decline
Okay.
if she were approved.
Okay. So motion to approve Josh and Talia for the finance, or Josh, Talia and Angie for the finance committee.
I'll second that motion.
Did Amber, I'm sorry, did you move to approve that? Amber? Okay, thank you. Dina, you second.
I'm Andrea and I vote aye. Talia,
Abstain?
Josh,
I'm gonna abstain also.
Dory,
Aye.
Sarah,
Aye.
Dina,
Aye.
Amber,
Aye.
Lee. Motion approved. Thank you. And it looks like we are going to adjourn to closed session, guys. Way to go. We got through that. Sarah, are you there?
I am.
Hey, closed session. Do you want us to call you?
Call me?
Yeah. Do you want us to call you for closed session? Because we're gonna move to the conference room.
Okay, honey.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, so I'm gonna call you. All
Okay, hun.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yes, Claudia, how can I help you? Okay, so we are going to reconvene at 6:31. And there is no action taken in closed session. And do we have any items for the next meeting? Strategic Planning Committee?
For a matter of clarification,
sorry,
item
yes.
number 15I, which was lease, we don't have any lease to present.
Oh,
So I think there's no discussion or action on that item.
okay. Yes, there is no discussion or action on the lease renewal for Antelope Valley Resource. Sorry. Items for next meeting? Strategic planning. Does anybody have anything that they like to discuss?
No.
No?
Not right now, but I'm sure if anything comes up, we'll add it to the agenda.
Okay. And we will be meeting, what is the date? On October 19th at 4 at Antelope Valley Resource Center. Okay, and that is it. So we will adjourn today on this beautiful September day at 6:32. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. Thank you, Sarah, for coming in Redlands.
Thank you and good job, Andrea.
Thank you. Have a good night. Get some rest.
You too.